The man was ready to fight with the we, but the rules was the one. Who would go out and face Goliath? Who would believe that God, the God of Israel, would defend his honor? Because that man was cursing and he was insulting the honor of God. The Bible says he talked about them, he ridiculed their God and them, called them chumps, if you will, fearful, scary, and talked about their king, did everything. And it didn't stir them up to fight. And if you read the Bible, it says for 40 days he done that night and day, morning and evening, he did that. That means they heard that over 80 times or at least 80 times. What you don't hear is anybody talking back. And so David comes on the scene. He's the pizza delivery boy. His dad gave him some bread and cheese, so he's delivering dad's pizza and bread from the oven to the captains of the army. He just knew that the Philistines was a ferocious group of warriors, and he wanted to make sure that those captains wouldn't send his 3 sons out into the front, on the front line. And he heard Goliath. It only took him one time to hear what Goliath said. He became angry for his God, jealous for his God, and produce faith to do something about it. Before talking to the giant, he talked to the soldiers. He said, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? Who is this man who can defy the armies of the living God? He's talking about God's people. Who is this putting their mouth against God's people? And they said, oh, he's Goliath. He's this. They gave a description that scared them while they were saying it. Have you ever been so scared of something, every time you talked about it, you got scared? And then, watch this, the same people who were saying how terrible this being was, this giant was, and he's so difficult to fight. When David asked a second question, oh, what does the king say he's going to do for the man who deal with this giant? They knew, they can tell you right off the bat, oh yeah, he's going to give him his daughter Micah for a wife. And his father, he and his father's house, none of them will have to pay any more taxes. And he's going to give him riches and a home. Yeah. David looking at that. All these grown men, David had to be 16, 17 years old. And he's looking at these grown, scary warriors. The king is offering you to be a part of the family, like God is offering you to become a part of his family. The king is offering you an opportunity to be a part of his family. All you have to do is take out the enemy of God, God's will. It's God's will for this being to be removed. David said, I know that's God's will, because he's coming against the army of the living God. Yes, yes. And he said, so David started making all kinds of noise. Well, what's going to be done for this man? Then Eliab, his older brother, heard, and he understood that David was saying, I challenge him. See, somebody is going to tell you who you are not because they only see you through their limitations. But David didn't listen to his brother when his brother said, who do you think you are? Why are you here? You left those few sheep Dad gave you. In other words, the best you can do is protect a few sheep. That's all you good for, man. It's protecting a few sheep. In other words, Dad didn't even give you the whole herd, the whole flock. And David said this, and this is going to help you when we get to this prayer part. David said this to his brother, and this is why some of us get through praying, stop praying. This is why we don't stay in faith. This is why fear can take us out. You got to know something David knew. David said, is there not a cause? See, when you have your cause to fight, when you know the reason you need to hang in this fight, when you know the reason you need to keep trusting God, when you have a cause, when I say, my God's honor is on the line. My God says that he will never forsake me. My God says he will always be there. And so if I back up now, I'm saying I don't trust God. So if there's only one cause, is to stand firm and keep, displaying my faith in God, I'm going to stand right here and do it.